It's a beautiful day in the Ozarks for some SEC softball. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Bogle Park on the campus of the University of Arkansas. I'm Jackson Braswell, joined alongside Blair Cartwright, where today it'll be Game 3. From there, he went to play in the minors. He got a taste of the majors, but now he's back in Little Rock coaching, where his Razorback roots run deep. That's right, Maya. They were stranded for 11 days in Florida, and as I stand out here in these 3-degree wind chills, the only thing going through my mind is I wouldn't mind being stranded in Florida for the rest of my life. But I had a chance to talk to the coaches on the softball team and a couple of players, and the story about their trip to Florida was pretty interesting. Take a look. It's about here. It's the Masters weekend. This year's pilgrimage to Augusta will feature Bubba Watson trying to claim his third green jacket in 4 years. And what everyone will be watching is if Tiger Woods can return to the Tiger of old and be contention on Sunday. Well, good news for the Lady Razorbacks. Coach Jimmy Dykes has signed a contract extension until 2020. In his first season as the Lady Razorbacks head coach, Dykes won 18 games and a first-round win in the SEC tournament. Dykes also led the team to their first trip to the NCAA tournament since 2013, with Bobby Portis and Michael Qualls declaring for the NBA draft, leaving some definite holes in next year's roster. But yesterday, Bobby Portis took to the mic and did his best karaoke impression to express his feelings about leaving.
I don't want to leave, but I gotta go right now.
Anderson is making big splashes in recruiting as well. Four-star power forward Ted Capita signed his national letter of intent with the Hogs today. Capita is the number 13 power forward in the nation and chose the Razorbacks over offers from Missouri, West Virginia, and the success of senior pole vaulter Sandy Morris has been nothing short of amazing. But days like these spent training on the track are just another day at the office.
Well, my parents had me start running track in the second grade.
For many second graders, the only thing of concern is when nap time is. But in Morris's early years, she was preparing herself to be great.
I actually thought I was going to be a hurdler up until, I started hurdles in sixth grade. The 100-meter hurdles was like my focus.
After beating down on opponents in the hurdles and high jump, Sandy decided she would begin pole vaulting to give herself the chance to score more points in meets. Little did she know that this decision would vault her to places she could only dream of.
At first, I didn't think much of it. I was just like, another event that I'm going to learn how to do. But sophomore, junior year, I started to realize I could be pretty good at this.
Sandy's ability led her to the University of North Carolina, but she quickly decided to transfer to Arkansas, where she felt her full potential could be met.
I just realized that physically, my body has the ability to do some great things, and if I put it all together, I can jump really high.
Coming into her senior year, Morris had lofty goals in mind. Those goals stood no chance. Morris won the indoor national championship, a team national championship, broke the indoor and outdoor collegiate records.
I guess you always plan and hope to be able to achieve your goals like this, but this has been, a dream year for me.
While many know Morris by her athletic success, what some might not know is that Sandy thought her life might go in a more wild direction.
I've always loved all animals, and I grew up watching Animal Planet and running around thinking that I was going to be like Steve Irwin someday and have an animal TV show and be jumping on alligators and crocodiles. And
Morris describes her animals as a sort of release from track and the rest of college life.
I just try to find a good balance between time in the classroom, time on the track, and I try to give myself a little bit of relaxation each night. Don't think about pole vault at all for an hour.
As for Morris, her hour of relaxation is up, and it's back to the track to prepare for another competition, one that will be just a blip on the radar from an incredible career in Fayetteville. Reporting for UATV, I'm Jackson Braswell. The repairs in Razorback Stadium are almost complete after Razorback fans rushed the field last Saturday following a 17-0 victory over the LSU Tigers. As time expired on a frosty night in Fayetteville last Saturday, Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium erupted with cheers as players and fans rushed the field.
Around the 3-minute mark in the fourth quarter, I could see them getting close, and I was just praying that they did rush the field just so I can have that experience.
It was the first SEC victory in the Brett Bielema era, and Hog fans held nothing back. As the players headed for the Golden Boot trophy, the fans followed close behind.
I think we tricked the fans. We were running towards the trophy, and don't know if they thought we were running towards them or something, but they came after us, so it was kind of cool.
We went rush the field and go take the boot, and I turned around and I just seen the whole crowd rushing the field, so it was one of the better feelings I've ever had.
About a week ago, this field contained around 70,000 Crazy Hog fans after the win against LSU, and as you can see behind me, construction workers are in the process of cleaning up the mess the Razorback fans made. The cleanup of that mess includes installing new guardrails in front of the student section that were destroyed and paying a $25,000 fine issued by the SEC. Athletic Director Jeff Long addressed the field storming earlier this week and said that while Saturday was a great night for the entire fan base, we cannot have another incident of rushing the field at Razorback Stadium or at any of the university's athletic venues. Reporting for UATV, I'm Jackson Braswell. What the trip would have in store. After the latest winter storms in northwest Arkansas, the team was unable to return home after their tournament. That caused major problems. The team was set to host games at the U of A, but they were stuck in Florida.
On Tuesday, when we figured all that out, we were told by the hotel that we were in that we had till noon to get out because their reservations were full. So at 11:30 that morning, we had no place to stay and we had no bus.
With little time to spare, the coaches got together a plan and found the team a place to stay and a new tournament to participate in. But with a whole week ahead of them and a bag full of clothes that had already been worn, the team knew their vacation might get a little stressful.
I mean, we only packed for 4 days, so we were not prepared at all.
Our athletes they stepped up. It was awesome because there was times where we didn't know what we were doing. We had no idea what we were doing. And where we were going to go or where we were going to stay, and they just kind of rode with it. They rode the waves. They weren't complaining or, griping about the situation. We just made the best of it.
Good race.
Now weather is once again forcing the team to make a major change. Instead of hosting a tournament here, the team is headed south for the weekend.
I am packing for Southeast Louisiana.
Only this time, the team is packing for a couple of extra days just in case. Now, the players were able to return to Fayetteville on Sunday, but they had to leave in 4 groups. The first leaving at 6:30 in the morning, and the last group returned here in Fayetteville at 1:30 in the morning. So it was a tough time for those Razorback softball players, and I know that they are hoping for a little bit of a different change on their trip this weekend. Reporting live on the University of Arkansas campus, for UATV, I'm Jackson Braswell. Fall is here, and for many Arkansans, that means it's time to head to the woods. And Arkansas Hunters Feeding the Hungry is giving outdoorsmen the chance to play the role of a hero to many families in the state.
Arkansas Hunters Feeding the Hungry is a state program that allows sportsmen to donate game meat to needy families and underprivileged families.
The program teams with local deer processors and provides around 1 million meals annually to food banks and families in need. The Arkansas Game and Fish Commission allows hunters to shoot 5 deer if they buy their yearly hunting license, giving hunters ample opportunity to help the cause.
We have hunters who enjoy pursuing game and outdoors, and they take that excess that they can't use but still allowed by the state, and they'll donate it via processors who will make several dozen meals out of each animal.
Cockram's Custom Meat Processors in northwest Arkansas has teamed with Arkansas Hunters Feeding the Hungry for years. They take pride in being able to give to local food banks.
Last year we probably donated 2,500, 3,000 pounds. Makes us feel good to be able to help because they're begging for meat.
Donating your deer is simple. Field dress your deer and the processor takes care of the rest.
They just have to let us know. We do have to get their name and phone number and address and their hunting license, the CID number, and then just tell us to donate it. They don't have to pay anything, they drop it off, and it's a win-win.
Hunting season lasts until the end of February, and that gives Arkansas hunters a chance to harvest their deer and give back to a good cause in the state of Arkansas. Reporting for UATV, I'm Jackson Braswell.